Bathtub chat. On Quora, somebody asked the question, do people choose to be homeless? And the answers given by people who have been homeless was that nobody would choose it. Homelessness is a horror. Homelessness, makes you vulnerable to all kinds of crimes. You can't find a place to sleep. The shelters, a lot of times, are a whole lot better than the open road, than, sleeping out in the open. And, being homeless is a horror. Those answers are correct, to the extent that they reflect the majority of homeless. However, I do think we have to acknowledge that there is such a thing as homeless by choice. There always has been. These are people that have traditionally been called hobos. They're people who take to the open road, okay, and they just kind of live by their wits. Now, they are almost entirely male, and for good reason. Because, pregnancy makes a woman vulnerable, and even if she can't get pregnant, being a woman makes her vulnerable. So it's usually young males who will choose the hobo lifestyle. A lot of them, when they get older, though, are likely to have regrets. Although, they could perhaps enjoy it through their lives. I don't know. But I do think we have to acknowledge the existence of the homeless by choice if we're going to discuss homelessness. We have to acknowledge the fact that there is the hobo. There's two great fictional depictions of the hobo. One, it was in the Andy Griffith Show. The Andy Griffith Show, they had a thing called Aunt Opie's Hobo Friend, where Opie becomes kind of enamored of the idea of being of this hobo played by Buddy Ebsen, and the idea of just not working and living by your wits. Another fictional hobo is Frank Chambers in the classic that I really love called The Postman Always Rings Twice. He is a drifter. He's like 24 years old when it starts out, and he's young, he's a man, and he just likes being on the open road and living by his wits and going from place to place. He does on occasion take a job, and that's how the basic plot revolves around his working at this diner and falling in love with the wife. And but anyway, at one point he tries to get Cora to agree to be his partner in essentially being a hobo, to just kind of take off, take to the road, and live day to day by their wits. She's willing to do that at first, but then she decides against it because she doesn't like the idea of, just taking one low-level job after another and going from place to place. She has the American ethic of wanting to get ahead, of wanting to, better herself financially. And anyway, I think my basic point is that we have to acknowledge that there are people who are homeless by choice, but also acknowledge they're about less than 5% of the population of the homeless. And most of the homeless don't want to be homeless. Okay? Hope you like hearing that. I hope you'll subscribe, and I hope you tell other people about me and help me grow my social media presence. Thanks.